Hello everyone, this is another video on this Predator map. Hopefully it'll be the last one before it gets majorly upgraded. So you've heard me talk a lot about this set, especially what I like about it. Now it's time I share some of the flaws in it. Now as we know, everything and everyone has flaws. No matter if you're as powerful as a god or as weak as a twig. Alright. Now, originally, this little ventilation area did not exist. That was added on. And when I first built it, it had several major flaws that I planned on correcting in the future. First one being, it was hard to play in this lower section here. All you had to do was remove the walls, and if you couldn't fit a person in there, well, it sucked. And it did have a third table in here to hold some chemicals, but I found a better place to put them. Just everywhere. It was not very creative, but removing that table did give a lot of space. Another flaw was this stair section here. It was very weak, very easy to break. So earlier last week I added 2 pillars to help with that. And when I originally thought I was finished, I didn't have much detail on it. It just seemed like it could use more. So I added things like these and these fire extinguishers, as well as flags, little tapes, and stuff like that. Felt a bit more satisfied, but as far as I could see, there was still a lot of room for improvement. Another flaw was this section was not here. So, one flaw I find in the Arkham games that tends to bug me a bit is whenever you're fighting on a rooftop, you can't knock them off the building. And though I understand why they did it, Batman's not a killer, it doesn't make sense. How did they survive? How did they bounce off air? So I went ahead and built that railing. Another flaw is these pillars are kind of weak, easy to bend and break. I find that pretty good as far as making it look like there was a fight in there. Just bend it a bit. It's like Bane slam Batman against that. And although it is very, very colorful, I tried to add as much detail in there as possible without making it look random. And I used several parts of several companies. And another flaw is it looks random up here. Not so much so on the ceiling of this, and there's paint or something on the back of some of these bricks, but still doesn't look like it was just thrown on there for support. As you probably heard, this vantage point fell apart, but I did put it back together. I should probably build a locking mechanism or something on each of these vantage points, and they just look like they were thrown on there, which wasn't intended, but we'll upgrade that in the future, hopefully. Another flaw is this section of the building isn't very, well, this section of the map isn't very stable. It's very wobbly, and moving it could very easily damage it. But being that it's been damaged a lot, I have gotten used to fixing it. Again, it's a bit random in this section. So, yeah, hopefully I can go back and correct that. I don't think this ceiling to this... Oh, nope, it doesn't look that random. This flooring was a bit weak, and it kind of still is, but I've tried to correct that as best as I can with a few pillars, and hopefully maybe I can make it even better. Go ahead and comment, see if there's anything else you caught. As you can see, I do plan on expanding this map. Here, what I'm thinking is set up a little area where it will, from here to here, it'll have a little section where Batman can just crawl through the vent, and he's in a grate system, so that he can pop out and attack an enemy who is above him through the grate, which is a great move that is used in Arkham. Would love to add that in. Another small little detail I think I missed. I made it to where the line launcher gadget that I built can be used on this map for either Batman, Deathstroke, or, as you've seen before, the Black Falcon. And there are some other sub-builds that I've made for a combat map, but turned into an arcade, that I might add to this map. First up, we have this small little platform, stairs leading up, so that way, I don't know, maybe you could just look cool or something. I don't know, maybe I'll add it and it'll make more sense when I do. And here is a bit of a stage. Thought it was a good build for the combat map, but maybe I'll have a, I don't know, maybe that'll be where Joker or whoever's in control of the map at the time go up there and encourage the thugs. And by that I mean threaten their lives if they don't take care of the pest problem. I do have some accessories that the figures can use. Guns, you've already seen. I have some chains for them to hang a guy from ledges where they've already knocked him out, and little ropes to hang them from vantage points. And these have clear studs on top, which if I were to make a stop motion film using this map, I'd have one orange stud here, another clear when someone's trying to open it, and it's just setting off an alarm, and it'll alternate between these 2 points, and it'll stop when, boom, it's open, and they just grab a gun. Alright, now both chests do have 2 guns each, different colors though. I ran into a bit of a problem when building these. Originally they were just way too big, so I had to simplify them, make them smaller. I ended up having to use Creo pieces for the barrels, being that these are supposed to have like minigun barrels, 4 barrels on each gun. The only one I didn't have a problem, or much of a problem with, was that sniper cannon, which I like very much. It was originally going to be put on a Harley Quinn boat, that was going to be red and blue and red and black in certain areas. You know, for like Suicide Squad Harley, or could be used for anime Harley. Well, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Want to see more like it? Subscribe to either me or Jang Bricks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!